Getting injured on the job can turn your life upside down, especially if you're in a position where you have permanent injuries and pain. What can you do when you're faced with this situation? What are your rights? And so we're joined now by Injury Florida law firm attorney Anna Katherine Stone to explain how the law can help protect you. And so that's what we're trying to figure out is, what do you do? Great to see you today.
Good to see you too. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for being here. And I know someone's going through this right now and saying, I don't know who to turn to, I don't know what to do. And the answer lies in navigating this situation. What do you do when you find yourself there?
Workers' compensation is its own system, and it's oftentimes difficult to navigate and understand what the benefits are that you're entitled to, because what we may think we should be entitled to is not oftentimes what the system will provide you. So for instance, let's say you suffer a permanent injury. And by permanent, I mean you're never going to be able to use that hand or wrist again, or you're not going to be able to use that foot again. Maybe you're not amputated or anything like that, but let's just say you have a crush injury and now you can't go back to doing your regular job. Maybe you can't even return back to doing any kind of job. And so the question becomes is, well, what's going to happen to you long term? Well, what most people are shocked to find out is, unlike a auto accident claim or a slip and fall personal injury claim, you're not entitled to pain and suffering under the workers' compensation
Really?
system.
Oh, see, this is surprising.
Yes.
So not entitled to workers' comp if you're dealing with pain and suffering. And what about if you're dealing with income loss from not working?
So it depends on what the doctors assign you as far as your permanent restrictions go. So at some point your doctors will determine you are as good as you're going to get. We call it maximum medical improvement. And once you're at maximum medical improvement by all of your doctors, and you then reach what we call overall MMI, then that will determine whether or not you qualify for the next category of benefits. So you may not qualify for permanent total disability benefits, but you may qualify for permanent partial impairment benefits, which is a shorter time period and less of a benefit amount. The main thing is people want to be compensated for everything that they've gone through. Maybe they've lost their job, maybe they've gotten into financial straits due to the workers' comp system, but they need to understand early on and start preparing for, if it is a significant enough injury, how are you going to cope with that? And that's something we really try to educate our clients on in the very beginning when they come to our office as to what could potentially happen with your claim, and setting those expectations early.
So when you get to that point of MMI and you realize, okay, this is a permanent injury, this is how it's going to affect me, either I can or can't go back to this job, I have to find a new one, what are your rights then?
Correct, and that's where we will sit you down and say, this is the element of, or the type of benefits that you may qualify for. We may have to litigate it, we may have to go into and have a judge decide whether or not you're entitled to a certain classification of benefits. And sometimes our clients are not entitled to any classification after that. Those are usually for lesser extensive types of injuries, but really managing the expectations. The biggest thing is the pain and suffering. That is not in any part of the equation of workers' compensation. And that's what really shocks most people.
It's shocking, but information is power. And I know clients feel so much help from you when you walk them through it like that. Thank you so much for your time. We have the information to reach out. There you go, injuryfloridalawfirm.com. Of course, the number 833-LAW-STONE. Thank you so much.
Thank you.